Hello, this is Mary with Better Day Consultant and Credit Repair, and in this video, we're going to talk about the third-party repositories. So the third-party repositories are additional data furnishers. I know you heard of Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, but there are additional data furniture or bureaus out there that house your information. So when the Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion needs to go out and verify this information, they go out to these third parties and see what information they have. And that's when they come back verified, or if it's not on there, then it'll be deleted. So basically, follow this information in this guide. If you're using a mobile device, your screen may look a little bit different. So just be mindful of that. And some of these data furnishers, they have websites where you can actually go to and click on and get your information faster, or you can call them. So there are options on how you can get these reports. And you need to get these reports as soon as possible, like ASAP, because these are the first bureaus that we're going to attack first. So we have to get the information off them first. And then we go to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, so they won't have enough information to verify these items on your credit report, okay? So this information is current as of October 1st, 2021. So LexisNexis. LexisNexis, you can go and you can call LexisNexis and get some information. Let them know that what you're trying to do. LexisNexis, you need to request your full consumer disclosure report, and it contains information like your public records bankruptcy, risk review report, national credit file report, and your CLUE report for your auto and your property. And CLUE, it actually stands for a comprehensive loss underwriting exchange, and that's a claim history database by LexisNexis, which it helps insurance companies access your information in reference to claims. For instance, if you trying to get car insurance, then they'll be able to pull your LexisNexis report to see, do you have any traffic violations, have you had any accidents and stuff like that, so they can rate you according to that. And your LexisNexis report also includes stuff like real estate transactions, ownership data for real estate transactions, any liens or judgment against you, bankruptcy records, bankruptcy records. LexisNexis has your bankruptcy records as well. They also have your professional license, if you have any, if you're a doctor or a lawyer or some type of profession that you have a license in, then it has that information on there. And it also has historical addresses on there. And it can include like stuff like your house, when you bought a home, any address you lived at, any address that you applied for any type credit for, and you put an address on that, and that address is going to be on your LexisNexis report. Like I said, any homes, how much you paid for a home, who name is on the deed with you, of course your previous addresses, liens, judgment, and all that. And it also includes vehicle information. So whether you own a car, the car was registered, what state it was registered in, the year, make, and model of your vehicle, any drivers that's had accidents in your vehicle, any drivers that has got tickets in your vehicle, any information like that, any claims that's been paid off or anything like that. So all of that is in your LexisNexis report. That is a huge report. And one of the things when I pulled my LexisNexis report, initially when I pulled it, back then they was doing like the paper that would send you the file. My file was like 3 inches thick, and that's all, just about all of my lifespan in that report. They even had an address when I was like 8 years old, and that house haven't been in that spot for years, so that address was still on my LexisNexis report. And I had to send them a letter to get a lot of information out. So now they're going to send you a letter, like a 2-page letter, and it's going to have a link in there. And once you get that link, that's what you'll need to click on to access your report. And I think it may ask you like some type of identifying information, maybe like your zip code or something like that, to put a code in there. But then when you get that report, you download it onto your computer. That way you'll have access, because I believe they only give you access once. to pull it down. So when you pull it down, save it to your desktop. Save it somewhere. That way you can have it when you go back to get ready to dispute these third parties. And on your report, when you call them, they may ask you information like your name, phone number, any type of identifying information to prove that it's you. And if you need to do it online, you can click right here to do it online. So now, you may have heard of SageStream as well. SageStream is a part of LexisNexis now. So both reports are included on the same report. The next one is CoreLogic Credit Code. Now, these are not in no specific order, but I just wanted to make sure that I give them all to you. So you can call them at that number right there, and you're going to request, when you call these bureaus, you're going to request your full consumer disclosure report. All right, so what Credit Code do is, CoreLogic Credit Code do, it has information on your rental applications, your collections, bankruptcies, liens, real estate judgments, child support. Now, you see we talked about in LexisNexis, it has bankruptcies as well. So you can see that you will have to have at least 2 of these reports to dispute on in reference to like a bankruptcy, for example. So they're going to ask you some identifying information as well, and you provide that to them. Now, National Consumer Telecom and Utilities Exchange, NCTUE, that's one of the bureaus that a lot of people are not aware of as well, because when they get ready to, say, move into their home and they have to pay a high deposit, or move into an apartment, they have to pay a high deposit, or you get a cell phone, you have to pay a high deposit and stuff like that, because they pull your information, and if you have left some bills unpaid with the cell phone company or with the utility company, then your information is going to be into NCTUE. And then that's where they verify that information. And that's how they know that, hey, you need to pay a deposit, a secure deposit, because something happened. And I don't know what it is, but something happened. And of course, it has stuff like inquiries on there as well. All telecommunications, pay TV, your cable TV, your utilities account, like water and gas, your account history, unpaid closed accounts. Accounts, like I said, when they go and verify this information, you may have some accounts on there that you did not pay for, that's closed out now. So that'll come up on your NCTUE report. And we're going to show you guys how to dispute all of that information. And here's the information they require and they may ask you for. Innovus is actually the 4th largest bureau, right behind TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. A lot of people don't know this, but it is the 4th largest bureau, and it houses your information. Now, none of these third parties that I'm talking about will give you a credit score, but Innovus is a 4th bureau, and it includes information on like your names, addresses, your social, your basic information that they will have, your account history, your payments late, same thing that your regular credit bureaus will have on there, and a list of companies that's reviewed your credit, a list of inquiries that's on your credit report. So Innovus or Innovus, however you decide to pronounce it, is still fine with me. It is the 4th largest bureau, and it basically houses the same information as those other 3 bureaus. So you want to get that report as well. And that's the information if you're calling them and following the prompt. Now, Facto Trust, when you call them as well, you want your full consumer disclosure credit report. And it's going to have a whole lot of information, just like the other bureaus, like your multiple addresses, your employer, your security freeze, anything about opt-out, public records sourced by LexisNexis. So you see that they source information from LexisNexis to include bankruptcies and lien, any trades, bank accounts, payments, inquiries, promotional inquiries, account review inquiries. So all those right there are inside your Factor Trust account, and it has additional information for check system. If you're in check system, you can't get a bank account for whatever reason, you may be in check system. So it pulls all that information. So that's a pretty large database that it has, and it holds information. So that's how you pull Factor Trust. So the next one is check system. Check system houses personal information as well, your date of birth, name, address, all that kind of stuff, and it also reports information on outstanding debt. It has your check cashing information in there. It has whether you've been whether your bank account been closed because of non-sufficient funds or any other type of reason why your bank was closed. It just give you all your banking history, all your banking information, when you opened the account, when you closed the account, why was it closed, and all that. So it has a lot of information, and a lot of times people are denied checking accounts because of information in your check system. So you may want to make sure that you hit up check system early on in the game. That way you can, if you need to get a bank account later, and it prevents you from also getting accounts with some of these major banks too. So like credit cards and stuff like that, or loans and stuff like that if you're in check system. So go ahead and clean that stuff up. The next one is Clarity Services. Clarity Services, of course, has personal information on the consumer when you fill out an application, a credit application, your check cashing details. It has inquiries seen by you and others. It does the Social Security number validation. It has debt collection information in there as well. So there's a lot of information that it has too on you. So Clarity Service is one you want to make sure you get your full consumer disclosure report with, and there's the number that you can contact them. And there's also links if you want to click on the link and go there. You can click on the link and go there. Microbit, just make sure you ask for your full consumer report from them. It reports to it has information reporting for like your rents, utilities, mobile phones. So it has that information reported on you at their location. So it also has it says the PRBC consumer report returns decision critical information such as it has your banking inquiries, it has your bank account closures, bankruptcy, lien, judgment, evictions, real estate, real property ownership, real estate, your social security number, date of birth. So it has all that information on you as well. And there's a link to audio report. Some of the reports you may have to print out and mail, but you can do most of them online. So this is the ARS. This is the ARS right here. And ARS, you have to fill out a form. They don't have any anything online for you to do, but you can contact them to get a copy, and they're going to tell you to send a written request. And if they happen to be nice on the phone to do it for you, to send it to you, then that's fine too. So here's a sample letter that you want to write to ARS and let them know, hey, I understand it's my right to obtain a copy of my ARS consumer report. Under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you are required to comply. I know your company will need some sort of verification to prove my identity, so I am providing that information below. Now, you can also use this for any of the other ones if they request that you send in that information. So you're going to provide them your full name, social, date of birth, and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to enclose your ID, your photo ID, your social security card. And then you're going to ask them to send you down here again, please send my ARS full consumer disclosure report as listed above. And that's about it. That is it. So go ahead and get those reports ordered. You can do this in a day. You can do this in like maybe an hour or so, less than 2 hours. You can have all these reports on their way to you if you don't have them downloaded to you. So go ahead and get these, and we're going to hit those data furnishers. We're going to start clearing that information up off them, and we're going to be able to rock and roll later on when we hit the bureaus. Okay, this is Mary, Better Day Consulting and Credit Repair. If you want your credit fixed, put Mary Taylor in the mix.